Hello everyone. We're doing another 24-hour readathon, except this one is going to be more spread out, more organized, hopefully. I don't know. But today's Friday, so I'm hoping to at least start it today. I was going to split up 8 hours into 3 days over the weekend, but I don't think I'm going to be able to read 8 hours today. Probably can read 8 hours tomorrow and Sunday, but we're already middle afternoon. It's like almost 3 p.m. and I have to go to the library anyways to pick up some of the books I'm going to read in this video. So I don't know if today we're going to get 8 hours. Maybe we'll get like 4 hours, I don't know, and then I'll divide the other 4 hours into 10 and 10. We'll see, but I have really exciting books to read in this video. So I just finished The Naturals, the first natural book by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I loved it. I rated it at 4.5. Once again, all my reviews are on Goodreads, so if you want to check it out. But it was so incredibly good. I finished it yesterday all in one day, and that's why I'm going to the library right now to pick up all the other books in the series, because I'm going to read all of those other books. The first book took me 4 hours and 48 minutes to read, which, I mean, kind of a lot, I don't know. So under 5 hours, so I'm hoping each book, I mean, depending on the page length, obviously, but I think they're all kind of similar in page length, and so 5 hours for each. I think I only have 2, 3, and 4, because I think there's like a novella, but I don't know if my library has that one, but my library I'm pretty sure has 2, 3, and 4, like all of them, so that's really exciting. And then I also found out that my library has like Heartless Hunter, which I've been wanting to read. I don't know, I have some books from the library here that I also want to read. We're just going to be reading a lot of library books because I need to take advantage of my library before I go on my gap year, because I won't have a steady library system, at least an English library system. So let's go to the library, let's see what we're gonna read, and let's start this challenge. I'm back and I've got so many library books to share. My goodness. First of all, I found these 2 beautiful summer romances. I'm so incredibly excited for them. So I talked about both of these in my summer spring release. And okay, so Summertime Punchline by Betty Corello. And this, I don't know, these are gonna be so fun and hopefully very fast paced, and I'm so looking forward to them. And yeah, so I'll put a little summary up. I don't know too much about it. And then this one is a YA, so it's gonna be even more fast paced. And this one is just it's like a little fake dating info, and they're in Rome. Like it's the vibe. So I'm so excited about those. I, of course, went to pick up the rest of the series, the rest of the Natural series, and I love this series so far. I read The Naturals, the first book, and I'm so hooked. I love it, and I cannot wait to read the next and last 3. So this is book 2. We've got Killer Instinct, and I love these covers. They're so cute. So Killer Instinct, and then the third one is All In, and apparently this one's more math focused, so I am intrigued about that too. And the last one, and the chunkiest one, is Bad Blood, and I didn't know this one was so chunky, but yeah, it's like 500 pages, so, but I'm so freaking excited. I flew through the first one yesterday, and I just know I'm especially gonna flow through these 2. This one's gonna probably take me a little bit more time, but yeah, I'm pumped as hell. Then I was not expecting to find this fucking book. This is book 2 of The Serpent and the Wings of Night, the Crowns of Nyaxia duet thing. This is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. like, I was so not expecting to find this. This was literally in the new section, new June 2024, because y'all, this was not in the catalog. In the catalog, like, it kept saying there's a wait list, you need to put it on hold, which, like, totally. But, like, I just was able to pick it up. I was so freaking excited. And also, look at these paper thin pages. Like, I feel like I can rip these so easily. I'm incredibly, oh wait, y'all, there's rain chapters. I don't think there's Rain's POV in the first book. Anyways, I'm incredibly pumped. I'm going to read the novella in between, which it doesn't involve their characters, I don't think, but it's a quick novella, and apparently everyone says it's like the best in the series, which is crazy because normally people don't really like novellas. But and then I'm gonna read this one. I'm so excited, and apparently this includes a never before seen bonus chapter. Then I found Heartless Hunter, which is another one that everyone and their mother has been talking about, so I'm very excited. Like, I'm just finding all the gems, literally, and yeah, this one feels like I'm gonna fly through it. The words are definitely bigger. My Hold of the Will and the Many. Finally, I started off, I think, in position 27 of 27. I think. And finally, I have it in my hands. And this is like, not only is it so tall, so chunky, but the paper is not as paper thin as the book I just showed you, but the words are so tiny. It's like, this is gonna take me a while, but everyone loves this book. So I just have so much reading to get done. I don't know where to start, but I also found some books at the Goodwill, which I'm gonna include in a haul that's gonna come up soon. I should probably film that really soon. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna start reading, probably start setting my timer. I just need to figure out like what I want to read. Like I said, I have so many options. I could definitely start with one of these. Definitely could start with that novella. Should I just go directly into Killer Instinct? I don't know. I feel like if I do start this in this video, we will be reading nothing else than this, so maybe we want some variety, but I'm not sure, so I'll check back in a tiny bit. Hello everyone, I've got an update with Killer Instinct and also the timers. So we are 19 hours in, and therefore we're 5 hours in and we have 19 hours left. Yeah, that's what it is. And I've been reading Killer Instinct all 5 hours, and I'm on page 276, so I've got exactly 100 pages left of this book, and I am really enjoying it. I don't know how much I talked about the first one, but the first one, which is Naturals in the Natural series, I really enjoyed. I gave it a 4.5, and it was just so fantastic. I read it in essentially one sitting. I started at night, I went to bed, and right when I woke up, I just continued it and I finished it that day. So I just loved it, and this one is a really good sequel. Basically, the kind of like a synopsis is that there's this group of naturals, two profilers, one who can read emotions, one who's like very computer math savvy, and then one who is like a human lie detector, and she can lie really well. And they're kind of like all brought into this secret kind of group that works under the FBI to solve cold cases, but they obviously get kind of involved with current active cases. And in the first one, it was kind of personal to one of the characters, and in this one is also kind of personal to another character. So it's like, does it involve each person? Like, who knows? But yeah, this is just, it's really fun, really quick to read, very easy writing, but not bad. It's like just, it's simple. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think this one I do enjoy a little less than the first one, just because it's more slow paced. We have less, we know less about the case that's going on, and I don't know, I'm not feeling the anxiety that I was feeling the majority of the time in the last book. Like the last book, it was like, oh my god, it could be this person, it could be that person. And this one, it's like, it could be this person, and then turns out it's not. It could be that person, turns out it's not. So it's not like, you know, I don't currently have anyone that I think did it, but in the last book, I thought everyone did it. So it was like, you know, it's kind of that vibe. But I am still really enjoying it, and I will continue with the series, obviously, and I fully recommend this book and the whole series and everything. So I'm really excited to finish it. I'm hopefully gonna sit down and for the next like hour and a half finish the book and come on here when I'm done. I finished the book. I'm so happy I read this. This series is my love for the moment, current obsession. But yeah, this was so good. I ended up with a 4 out of 5 star rating, and it took me 6 hours and 53 minutes to read. So a little bit longer than I anticipated, but still, you know, really amazing book. I think it was just a little bit, the pacing was not my favorite. I much prefer the pacing in the first book, so it took me a little bit longer to get into the story, and the nerve-wracking bits was only the last 50 pages of the book, which I personally wanted it to be more. Like, I wanted to at least have like 100 pages left and like turning the page, but no, I felt like honestly I could have like just paused and eaten dinner or done whatever and then just picked it back up. When towards the ending, I want to be so stressed, you know? So yeah, and it was just a little bit too predictable. I kind of had predicted by like the time they did the plot twist, I already knew what was happening, so it wasn't as surprising, and I just kind of wanted to be like caught off guard. I did kind of predict the unsub in the last book, but I was definitely more caught off guard. In this one I was towards the very end, only slightly. So still such a good book, and I'm very excited to continue the series. I'm going to take a little break from the series for the minute and pick up with another book, and then probably do the third book maybe tomorrow or Monday. I don't know, we'll see, but yeah, it's so good. Hey guys, so we are 10 hours in. We have 14 hours left, and we're about to head out to this like beer garden and get some hot dogs because I don't know, we're craving it, and my sister is leaving on her trip tomorrow, so like a little last hurrah. But I have been reading Six Scorched Roses, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm 82% in, so I'm basically done, and it's really fun, and it's a really well done novella, so I'm really enjoying it so far. And I'm really happy to be back in the Crowns of Neaxia worlds, and yeah. Hello guys, I am tired. My sister left, she's at the airport, and actually there's like a whole potential issue with that. Anyways, and then my mom's out, and I'm still reading All Roads Lead to Rome. It's cute, it's fun, I don't know. I'm only like 60 pages in, so not crazy, but I wanted to update because we are officially 12 hours in, which is crazy that it's taken me, like, we're Monday night and we're only halfway done with this challenge. Like, I have not been reading like I wanted to be. I don't know what's happening. I'm very distracted, but the cats are here. They're not fooling around, so I should just sit, concentrate on the book and just read and all of that. But happy Monday, y'all. I'm searching up actually a lot of the places she's going in Rome. I love Rome. We went 2 summers ago and I'm probably gonna go in a couple months. I'm not fully sure, I don't know, because my gap year is in Europe, but my little individual plans aren't really set in motion yet. But I love Rome and it's making me miss Rome a lot. We gotta talk about this book because I'm not enjoying my reading experience with it. I don't really like this book. I'm 200 pages in, which is like a good 65%, I think, and we are officially 15 hours into the challenge. So, oops, we've got 9 hours left. And yeah, I'm not enjoying this book at all. I feel like currently could be like, I was leaning towards the 3, but at the same time, like, I do want to DNF. If I wasn't so far into it, I would DNF it. I don't know. I don't like the main male character. I don't like the main female character. The main male character is just like, he's so annoying. He's like this posh Scot, and he's like, he gives incel. He gives right-wing annoying man. She gives not like other girls. I hate when authors do the like characters that like, oh, she doesn't wear makeup and she just puts her hair in a bun and she like doesn't give a fuck about what normal girls do. And it's like, can she have a personality outside of just not being one of the girls? Like, oh. And then I don't like the lessons that the author is trying to kind of like push at the audience. I feel like this is reading so middle grade. Like, I feel like this is a book that 12-13-year-old would really enjoy, but it's young adult. So I don't know, I'm not vibing with it because I thought it was going to be more like adulty, because like it is young adult, but it's really the lower end of the young adult. Yeah, I don't like the lessons, and it's reminded me why I hate the rich versus poor trope. It's like, it's so annoying. She's not even fucking poor, but like he's so annoying and the whole thing is so annoying that it's pissing me off. And then one of the main things that's getting worse and worse as I'm like getting to the end, I don't know, they're like, you know, it's fake dating. They're obviously kind of forming a relationship now. She's kind of falling in love with him. They're kind of having like a weird thing. The problem though is that he's literally in a relationship. The whole reason they're in a fake dating situation is so that the attention that he would get while dating this other pop star is gone, right? So it feels like he's emotionally cheating on that girlfriend. And yeah, the girlfriend's a bitch, but still, like, I don't like reading about cheating in a book. So honestly, the only thing I like about this book is the fact that it's set in Rome, and I love Rome and I miss Rome, and at least the author puts in like real places in Rome so I can like search them up on Google Maps and save them for when I go again. But it's literally the only saving grace to this book, and I'm sad about that. Finished this book and it was not good. I literally gave it a 2.75 out of 5 because I did not give a fuck, and it was just not good. Everything I mentioned last night still holds true, and there was even more cases of, I'm not like other girls. There's a part where she doesn't like get her makeup professionally done because he likes how she does her makeup because she does it natural and she doesn't cake her face like all the other girls. Like, author, I'm giving you guys a challenge. If you're an author, can we have one female character who likes to do her makeup and is not villainized for it, because why? Like, why? And I just hate that, especially for this YA genre where like young girls are reading this, and I just hate these heteronormative stereotypes and just this weird ass relationship that this author is fucking writing about between the two characters. It's like weird, like he's weird. Honestly, like so for real can see them breaking up in the future because they have no chemistry, basically. Like some chemistry, but he's weird. He I just know is controlling. Red flag. It sucks that the cover's so pretty. Red flag. And then we're introduced to the miscommunication trope. Of course, we needed that to make the book better. No, I can't. So, one of my lowest reads of the year, unfortunately. But we learn and we grow. DNF with the... Actually, I wouldn't even have known to DNF because the writing style wasn't even bad. Anyways, it's okay. I'm now going to be reading All In because I need to get back into the Natural series. I love this series so much and I need to read it. So I'm going to read it right now. And we've got 6 hours and 43 minutes left. So with that time, I think that's a perfect amount of time to finish this. It's just under 400 pages. I think I can do it. Let's get to reading. Hello y'all, hello, happy Thursday. Literally this video is taking me so incredibly long to film. Like I don't even know how this is possible. It has turned into how long it takes me to read 24 hours instead of a 24-hour readathon, because what the fuck. But I'm still reading All In. I think like 100 pages in, 108 pages in, and I think I have like 4 hours and a half left. So I'm hoping to finish this. Hopefully we finish that. If you have a little time left over, I'll read a manga or something. But I think I'm gonna go up to the terrace. I have gotten myself ready and everything. I'm gonna go up to the terrace to read just because I'm not fully comfortable in my apartment reading right now. I don't know why. I can't find a spot that I want to just sit and read at, but we're gonna read. I am enjoying it so far, and yeah, we'll see. Left of the challenge. I'm definitely finishing it today, and we're still reading All In. I'm on page 197 and I am really enjoying it so far. I'm loving this kind of like deeper dive we're doing on the characters. Like finally we know more and more about each character. Something interesting though that I've noticed about the beginning of each of the books in this series. Oh my god. My kitten is like literally eating the... Why is he eating my... Okay, anyways. So something interesting is that she kind of, in the beginning of each book, or at least the second and the third, she introduces it in a way, like she reintroduces information we know from the first book or the last book, kind of in a way so that you can read these on their own. So like, I know it's like a whole interconnected series and it definitely makes sense to read each book like in the order they are in, but she reintroduces certain things either to remind people if they obviously forgot from the last book, or in a way that you could technically read it without needing to read the last book. Anyways, that's just something I've noticed about the beginnings that I found interesting. But I'm gonna go eat dinner, probably continue this while I'm eating dinner, to be honest, and we'll see. I think I probably like 55% in, because there's 375 pages in this one, and I'm very close to the 200 mark, so yeah. 71% in, and I'm like getting scared. Like, it's getting crazy. I don't know if I should be reading this at night. I'm looking getting scared. I'm here to report that I finished All In last night, and I also officially finished the 24-hour reading. I can't believe it took me a whole week to read 24 hours. Yeah, next time I'm going to try to be a lot better about this 24-hour readathon, because this was not a readathon. This was basically just what I read in a week and how long it takes me to reach 24 hours, which now we know, a week. But yeah, this was so good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm enjoying this series so much. I can't believe I will have probably read the entire series all in July. I read 1, 2, and 3, and I think I'm gonna read 4 tomorrow. So yeah, I'm loving the series so incredibly much. And it's funny because Jennifer Lynn Barnes, I DNF'd the first of the Inheritance games at like the 42 mark just because I was bored by it. But now after finishing the series, I'm thinking like maybe I should just go back and see. Maybe I just was not into it then, but maybe I'll be into it now. I don't know. It totally could be that I like one thing from the author but not another, which is fine. But yeah, I'm just so enjoying the series that I need more recommendations that's like this YA Criminal Minds mystery type vibe, because I placed on hold the reappearance of Rachel Price, which just came out, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna read that soon, but I really need more books with this type of vibe, so let me know. And yeah, everything that's going on with Cassie in this book, the Cassie and Cassie's mom, like this whole lore, insane. Like, I was not anticipating this at all. I like a crazy plot point, crazy twist, and the case in this one was really cool too. I think my favorite case out of all of them was the first one. The second one, I think the second book in general, is my least favorite so far. This one I rated the same as the first book, but I might like this one a little bit more. I don't really know. Like, the ending really fucking made the book. I think for the first book and this third book, the endings really made both of them. But this ending is like, it's making me so incredibly excited for Bad Blood. Like, I love this one, and it was so fun. So anyways, that's the end of the video. I'll put the quick stats, like the pages and the books I read, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye!